Holy crap, you guys.
Holy crap, you guys.
I'm streaming my OS.
Does your stream like that noise?
Stream with a gamer, not like a faker.
Another day of thanking God for not making me a changed fan.
Stream with a gamer.
I wish I could say the same, but God is cool. Another day of thanking God for not making me a changed fan.
Stream with a gamer.
I'm gonna go see if I can get some more braised chicken. I wish I could say the same, but God is cool. Another day of thanking God for not making me a change. Great.
Because I wanted to put him down basically. Right. And that example
Alright. The end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had.
Or I've simply missed a memo. I'll stream for your trust.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This time we'll call it Eric. Wait, what? Why the fuck am I quiet then? Hold up. Yeah, fucking better. That better. Yeah, better.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I think you might find one. Oh. Let's read what's on the whiteboard. Push for funding of R+D of new coffee machine. Standard graphs. Not cost efficient. Standardized papers. Who moved my desk? Please keep the target off the topic of tomorrow. Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. Stop. Excuse me, what was that? I saw stop. I'd like to see that. I saw someone calling for panic. I want to see the panic. Let me see the panic. About plant life, lunch, success, comatose, hope, less all, travel.
Nigger.
Bro! I'm streaming! You fucking ass trust.
Dude. If I'm going to get demonetized, I'm going to bring you down with me, okay?
I'm not even monetized to begin with.
Don't care. Still don't care.
Oh my god. Everyone's unique. You as well. Well, I got. I guess I'm not. Alright, let's go.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I like it here. Yo.
There was
That is-
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason
the
to
engineer's
still
run?
be here.
Boom.
That the
Do
engineers.
it.
That the engineers run. Oh.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything.
Shut
At
up,
least if there
narrator.
was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
This is fun. This is fun.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing?
This
Why?
is what I find.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I like broom closets.
He likes broom closet. What else is there to
You do
figure out?
realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Shut the
If I'd
hell
said
up, narrator.
Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
One of the
I never would have
endings,
thought to
bitch.
mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe
Yes, it
when you
is.
go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet
Yes,
ending was
this is
my
exactly
favorite."
why I'm here,
I hope
narrator.
your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He
Yes,
probably only
correct.
got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Amazing.
Not legal, but it's
Well,
I'm
I've
not
come to
legal
a very
to
definite
do that,
conclusion
but
about
it's
what's
legal
going
where I
on
live.
right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
But
Well, in
you
a
shut
situation
up,
like this,
narrator.
the responsible
I'm gonna
thing is
kick
to
your
alert someone
ass.
nearby
Your
so as to
figment
ensure that your body is
imagination
taken
ass
care
out
of
of this
before it begins to
realm.
decompose.
I'm gonna decompose your
Anyone who
voice.
happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right,
Narrator,
when you've
you're
done that,
literally
just step
just-
out into the hallway.
Stay here. I like my safety. I like my safety circle.
That's where all the femboys go, though.
With the horny circle.
The pointing circle.
I like when you press E, it makes a keyboard noise.
E.
E. Yeah, fanboy circle. Okay, fine. Fine, narrator, you win this time.
Ah, second player. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of
I
invalids.
trolled him.
Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. The fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Make him pick you up.
Coming to a staircase,
Come on.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's just follow.
No, he didn't.
You know what? Yeah, let's listen to you, Trust. You're the new narrator. You tell us what to do.
So basically what I want you to do is I want you to go and I want you to hide behind
But
the
Stanley
stairs.
just couldn't do it.
Oh.
He considered the possibility of facing his
Never
boss.
mind. So basically
Admitting
what I
he'd
want
left
you to
his
do
post during
is
work
run.
hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Get out,
All
get
because
out.
he believed
Go.
everyone had
Exit!
vanished.
Exit! We're
His
getting
boss
the hell
would think
out of
he
here!
was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of
No,
my
you're not.
coworkers
Just go.
blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason
Wait a
at
minute.
all. None of it
Wait
made
a
any
minute.
logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange
Wait a
observations.
minute.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he
Why-
looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever
Why
he
was the
went?
car there?
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Why?
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my
then he
boring
never woke
real-life
up,
job
and then he
pushing
died. The end.
buttons. I may
He
as
never
well
woke up.
enjoy
He,
this while
he
I'm
tried,
still
he tried
lucid.
drinking that
So,
up, but he
he
failed.
imagined himself
He's dead.
flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts. he
You
thought.
guys enjoying this?
And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to
if
all
someone
people in
does
their
that,
dreams,
you
the truth
will
was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Hearing the voice speak these words was quite a beyond a doubt that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be
What's
over.
going on?
My job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
You need to suck his dick.
Yo.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I
Why are we
must be
going
real.
red?
I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
And everything went black.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Replace
She
Stan.
rose, got
Fucking
dressed,
replace
gathered her
him.
belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Yo,
Although she would
that's
soon turn to go call for an ambulance, For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Stan. It's Stan. Ugh. Stan.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one is someday they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh, and you watch my stream right now, right, Trust?
Mm-hmm.
Hold up.
Yes! Nope.
Advanced. Guess I can't.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, let's go to the left.
When
and this time
Stanley
go
came
up
to
the
a set of
stairs.
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Should I go into the mind control facility or should I go to escape?
The one that has the more sexy.
So this?
Whatever you.
Your mic cut out.
Whatever sexy.
I guess this is more sexy.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I'm a Pokemon trainer, player.
Now the monitors jumped enough, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh boy. No.
No.
Yep.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
You finished that shit in sick, huh?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another
How is he
human
doing
life.
that?
For he
What?
would dismantle the controls
at an
once
ultra-kill speed run.
and for all.
Let's press the 5. Well, I want to see what. Wait, oh, there's numbers, so let's go 1, 2. There's 3. I feel like there's 3. Okay. Or now we hit the 5.
And when at last he found the score,
I don't care what you have to say, narrator. I'm shutting this thing down.
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moment. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives,
How does he do it?
the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And Stanley was happy. Hold on, let's... Oh, it's toast. Holy shit, it's toast. Toast. Minecraft. Stanley Parable.
That's not a summer drink. This is new Mike's Hard Lemonade Seltzer.
The fuck?
Lovely. Let me
I'm trying to find.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Stop! Stop!
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the...
Is that the right? Yeah, boy. Chris, look, when you take this downstairs, take this and put it in your mama's bathroom.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
Don't get
incredible he
wet.
wasn't fired years ago.
What?
Huh?
What?
You take that.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I'd written out specifically for you?
I want to play Minecraft and Stanley Parable.
It was all for nothing, because I wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience. Looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course, a 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
These are all not the same. Not even. A dead rat! A dead rat! A fucking dead rat.
Cancerous rat.
Would you say
Yeah!
that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you
I want to
fail.
get the Minecraft.
It's a very meaningful game. All about the desperation and
Minecraft.
tedium of
It's
endlessly
I wanna play
confronting the
Minecraft.
demands of
I'll
family
play
life.
Minecraft.
I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Here we go.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Minecraft!
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
Yo,
But
is that
is
the
it
texture
enough?
pack?
Tell me that, Stanley.
Yo.
Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Look at this guy.
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, It's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
We'll look away.
Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Minecraft.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark.
Oh,
We've
me,
got a light.
cringe.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Aww. Minecraft. Yo, Portal!
Why is making music
Yes!
expensive?
I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is. Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius.
Maybe because I have also played Portals. I didn't know.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble.
Oh, am I in the back rooms? Am I in the back rooms now? Oh god, I think I'm in the back rooms. Oh, light.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Just see how long you wait. There we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Click the right again.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
Can I
foot
loot
here.
this?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your
You're
trust in
trustworthy,
someone
but-
else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about
I'm going to
nothing
get,
but
I'm going
you.
to get on
What?
and like do
Really?
something and play
I was in the middle of something. Do you have
What?
zero
Gonna play old cricket.
consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yes.
I don't know how to
Sure.
convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
No, we're gonna stop playing Stanley. And I'm going to play Ultra Kill against you competitively.
Are we going to? Am I going to have to fight you
Yeah, fight me stream. Fight me via stream, bro. Fight me via stream.
Via stream.
Yeah.
So basically, how
Violent
this is
difficulty. Violent difficulty, bitch.
Okay, so like violent difficulty cyber grind. First one to like the one after 10 minutes. Best wave.
How about this? Like, fastest person to beat the fucking first chapter, or whoever gets it's the farthest, I should say.
It's
Like
the
your-
farthest without dying or something.
Yeah, like farthest in like cyber grind, or if you want, we can just like see how far we can go and like just like person to beat so and so or something like that
Okay,
on violent.
first person to beat Cerberus on violent.
Or how about this? We do limbo on violent. How about that? Right?
Limbo on violent.
Yeah. Or wait, how about
Limbo's kind of.
maybe what we can
Nah.
do? What we can do? We can you can stream and then we just like compare times going through this shit or something like that.
Okay. I'm gonna go on violent mode. I'm going to go into prelude. I'm going to go into the fire. You
Yeah.
load up ultra kill.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Ultra
stay
Kill.
in-
Are you gonna
I'm
stream
gonna
as well?
stay-
Are you gonna stream as well?
I'm going to record but not stream
I need to
because
lower my sensitivity.
I don't really care about sensitivity. Who cares about sensitivity these days?
I do.
Understandable. Oh lord, texture warping is something else. My Vegas has been installed. Basically, I'm gonna record. I recommend you record so I can have
I'm
your
streaming.
footage. Is that
Hold on,
something you
I'm
can do?
I can hold on. Let me check. Something else interrupting this.